Well, good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. It's something a bit different. How about this? This is, let's get it right, FXFBS, a Milwaukee 8. It's 114 cubic inch. Fat Bob. How about that? Good old damn rules of length. This one's for sale. It's a second-hand one. There's not much new to ride, so I've got this out. It's a 22 plate. It's up for about 14 grand. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing Lofty ride an Harley, an FXFBS Fat Bob, you stick around. Well, good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. Back up to damn rules. As you know, there's not a lot of new metal about, but I found something a bit different. What do you think to this? The old Milwaukee 8, 114 cubic inch, Fat Bob. It's a 22 plate, but it's not a lot of difference to the new one. It's got Vance & Hines pipes on it. How about this? Shall we give this a bit of thrash? Back brake feels a bit green. Pipes sound amazing. It's got quite big chunky tyres on. If you're new to Harley, they've got these strange indicators where the left's on the left, the right's on the right. You push it once to put it on, and you push it twice to turn it off. Yeah, it goes quite well. Drop it back in a first. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Here we go. It's got one of those speedos, they're straight in the middle of the tank. They're not the best. It's got a funny little digi one and then a big taco. Quite strange. Let's just check it round the island. It's fairly roomy. That's not too bad. You have to be very positive with the steering. The forks are a little bit raked, but it's not bad. So we're going to take it up the lane. Here we go, turn the indicator off. Yeah, it goes quite well. Shall we have a look? Let's have a look and give you the specs. So what do you think then, eh? Something different, eh? Something different for Lofty to ride. How about this? Look at this. Look at this. Quite a low seat. There we go. It's got forward pegs, so it's mega comfortable. I can ride this easy. It's comfy. It's lovely. Reminds me a bit in some ways of my old Rocket 3, similar. The bars might be a bit lower, but what do you think? Lofty on a Harley. As you know, I'm 6'5", 16.5 stone. Quite a low seat, but still rideable. Very comfy. Shall we have a bit of a look at it and get some specs? Okay, let's show you around. Look at that. Vance & Hines pipes. Doesn't it look nice? I've got to say, I can't fault them Harleys. They look fabulous, don't they? They look really nice. Chunky. Compared with the big BM, the 1800 BM, this does look the dogs, doesn't it? Let's have a look at the front, see how mean it looks. Oh, we've got the pillar box, the letterbox front. I'm not over keen on them lights. What do you think? It's all right, isn't it? Fit and finish ain't bad. Like I say, this is 2 years old. It's done 4,000 miles from new. Shall we have a close-up? Right, so here's the dash. It's right down here in the centre of the tank. We've got a non-lockable filler cap. It's quite strange in this day and age. Press the ignition on and then you get your idiot lights coming round. So we've got indicators on the sides. We've got this LCD at the bottom. Traction control, engine management, neutral light. So it's probably got a gear indicator. We've got a radial tacho around the outside. As I say, it's got this silly little mile an hour. Now, It's hard enough to see now with the camera straight on it. So you imagine when you're sitting up here driving down the road and you're looking for this Speedo. It's not the best. Anyway, let's come across. We got typical generic Harley style mirrors, non-adjustable levers, ignition on, ignition off, hazard warning, start, stop, right indicator on, right indicator off. Coming across, nothing to complicate matters, dead easy. Same again, we got non-adjustable cable operated clutch, the same little mirrors, and we've got some sort of horn. Here's the horn. Now that's a bit of a pip for such a big bike. We got lights on, and so you have to switch the lights on for some reason, and then high and low beam. Okay, that's it. It's pretty damn simple, isn't it? Shall we get some stats? You better start it up first, Lofty. Show them what it sounds like. Settling down into a nice little rumble from the cockpit. I'm guessing that's a fly-by-wire because it doesn't really feel like you're actually giving it. So it's probably one of those where you can't over-thrash it while it's stationary. It's from the pipes. Don't sound too bad, does it? Shall we get some stats on what this FXFBS Milwaukee 8 is? So although the old Fat Bob in various disguises was around about 18, this is a 2022 model. Came out first thing in 2021. So it's the bigger engine. So what's it actually called? It's called the 2022 Harley Davidson FXFBS Fat Bob. It's a Milwaukee 8, 114 cubic inches, which in our money equates to an 1868cc. It's a big lump. It's a big old-fashioned V-twin with push rods. How about that? 1868. So that big engine, what does it actually give you? 1860 odd cc's. It gives you 93 brake horsepower at 5,000 revs. Not a lot, is it, for a big bike? But it gives you 115 foot-pound at 3,500 revs. So it's basically a tractor. It would pull a house down. Amazing. It's got a 6-speed belt drive. Comes in at quite a portly 306 kilograms wet. And it holds 13.6 litres of fuel in that little peanut tank. Very low, 710mm seat. Not bad, is it? The pegs look all right, don't they? Pillion seat's a bit of a perch, very small. Pegs, it don't look too bad for the pegs' point of view for a pillion. Let's have a look at the front end. So here we are, big, wide forks, very, very wide. They're 43mm upside-down forks. I don't know where they made that, Harley's own or whatever. The tyres on the front are the Harley Davidson branded, but they're Dunlops. 150 8016 Dunlop D429. We've got twin discs on the front, 300mm, nice and big, and we've got Harley Davidson badge calipers. They're a 4-piston fixed, just a standard normal caliper, nothing special, no radials or nothing on this. Let's have a look at the back. So there's them big Vanson eyes, look at them. So we've got a strange affair on the back. They made it look like a hardtail. It's not a hardtail, it's got a hidden monoshock. Somewhere underneath all that gubbins, there is a suspension on the back, which is a big help, you do need it. We've got a 190/70/16 on the back. Big fat thing, lovely, isn't it? And that's also a Dunlop D429. Fairly big disc on the back, a 292mm disc with a 2-piston floating caliper. There it is, hiding underneath there. It's all right, isn't it? It's what you call stripped back motoring, isn't it? It's keyless, it's got a keyless ride. So as I say, this is a 22 plate, 4,000 miles. It's available from Damerals if you want to come and buy it, and it'll cost you 14 grand, 13,999. If you wanted to upgrade to the latest brand new model, the 2025, they're around 19,000 pounds. That's a lot of money. So although it's keyless, there is a key for the steering lock. I'll just show you where it is. There's the steering lock under there. So you do need to use a key to operate that. What do you think? It's gorgeous, isn't it? Shall we give it some thrash? I'll see you in a minute. Okay, welcome back, YouTube. So here we go with the old Fat Bob. I'm finding the speedo a bit strange, so you'll have to bear with me. I'll do my best not to break any laws by inadvertently not being able to read the speedo. So I'll get it up to 50. The gear lever is also extremely tiny. Right, we're in 5th gear. We're doing 2,000 revs, 50 mile an hour. What do you think of that? It's not bad actually, it feels quite nice. I've sat on a few Harleys at the show and I've always found them really uncomfortable. They don't really fit me, but the one that always did fit me was this model, the Fat Bob. So I've always fancied riding one. And look at this, Simon's got one in, a second-hand one, so how about that? Great fun. No screen, wind in your face, superb. There we are, 50. You can just about get away with a clutchless change when you're in 3rd, 4th and 5th. But this is agricultural. It's a proper old-fashioned push-rod lump. Smooth though, the belt drive, I must admit, I do like belt drives. On this style of bike, it really suits. Yeah, it's nice, it's all right, it's a decent bike. You have to be quite firm with the handlebars. My Rocket used to be like that. You do have to counter steer, you have to push it in. So here we go, we're approaching the right-hander. So you look where you want to go, then you have to push the right hand forward. And it just tips it in enough to get it going. Once it's tipped in, same again here, left hand, you've got to be steady. If you give it too much, if you push too far, it starts to drop slightly. One thing I have noticed is neutral. Neutral's a bit of a bugger to get in. When you're on the flat, it's not so bad, but on this ground here, on a slope, it's not so good. Anyway, here we go. Sounds great, doesn't it? See, we're getting overtaken. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Oh, it's well torquey. Picks up really nice, and it sounds amazing. I've got to say that again. Right, let's just drop down. Right, 3rd gear 30. Bit lumpy at 30, just drop it into 2nd. Yeah, 2nd's a bit better, so 2nd gear, 25. Not bad. To be fair, the mirrors are okay. I'm not getting a load of elbows. I can actually see it at the back, it's all right. So when you're riding slow, it's comfy. Like I say, you just have to be a little bit positive with the steering. Using your feet don't really do a lot. So we'll just drop down into this 20. Here we are, 2nd gear, 20. As I say, it's got that much torque. It hits maximum torque at 3.5. So when you're just pootling around about 1800 revs, it can still go. Yeah, look. I bet. It's amazing, really, isn't it? It'll just pick up and go. Is he going to wait for me? No, he don't want to wait. He don't want to wait. He wants to talk to the postman. Literally, 1st into 2nd, you're doing your 20 mile an hour. So here we go. Down up through St Denis. Clear behind. I've got to say, when you're riding this type of bike, it just gives you that feel, you know. You can tell you're riding a very slick cruiser. Lovely. And of course you've got that V-twin throb. It's one thing I never got from the Rocket. I always thought the Rocket was a great bike, but it always sounded like an emaciated transit van when you give it a bit of stick. But this is proper V-trim front. There we go, nice and steady, 20 odd mile an hour. Yeah, for me, I'd have the clock there, straight there, nice big round clock. And I don't think it needs such a big gear. I don't think it needs such a big radial tacho, but it does definitely need a bigger speedo and a bigger gear indicator. But I suppose when you're just cruising around, you don't really want to know how fast you're going. You're up to 50. Yeah, I love that torque. Let's put the indicator on. So second gear, just drift it round, cancel the indicator, and away we go. Okay, we're doing 60. I'm getting a lot of wind, but I'm getting no buffeting. Surprising for such a raked out bike. You don't handle bad. Bit of breakage, change gear. Drop a couple of cogs. The front brake don't feel too bad. The rear, for a cruiser, is quite poor, I think. Normally when you've got that much weight on the back tyre, the rear brakes are much better, but there's not a lot of feel to the rear at all. Whether it's because it's got the ABS on it, but it's a bit crude, I don't know. So here we go, down to the junction at Travesco. Put the indicators on. Let's just drop a cog. We're in first gear. Bit of slow riding. That's easy, that's okay. But like I say, those big, wide, heavy forks, you initiate the steer, then it just wants to drop. You just have to be a bit mindful. That's why you see a lot of Harley riders, they're paddling when they do U-turns and stuff. Anyway, we're in second gear, throttling off, 20 mile an hour, 1500 revs. It's like a big pair of dustbin lids in it. They're 930 odd cc, each piston. Doof, 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 doof. Just going up and down, up and down. Entertaining though. Gotta say, it's entertaining. There we are, 20 odd mile an hour. So we'll do a nice second gear pull away when we reach the dash door. These tyres are big. They're quite wide, like I say, you got a 150 on the front. That's a fat tyre, that is. It does feel fat. I think that's what makes it just feel like that sort of unsteadiness once you initiate the turn. Anyway, we're clear behind. Let's just give it a bit of second gear roll on. Oh yeah, that's nice. Just drop it in gingerly. Away. I'm glad it's got traction control because there's that much torque. You just spin the back end up. Okay, so 40 mile an hour, all clear behind, back brake. Yeah, that's fairly poor back brake. Whether it's because it's had no use. You know, it's only done 4,000 miles. It's basically a brand new bike, isn't it? So it's all clear, front brake. Yeah, we got a bit of a skip. We provoked the ABS slightly on a dry road, so I'm not sure how advanced a system the ABS is on this. So here we go down the hill. Steeper hill than it looks, front and back. To be fair, when you use the front and back in conjunction, it stops this big heavy bike quite quickly. Here we go, third gear. We'll leave it in third, let it roll round the old chicane here. I've not actually decked my boots out yet, so although the pegs are forward, they're not that low. Yes, smooth. You do get vibration, but it's not a horrible vibration like you get on some four-cylinder bikes, inline fours. It's more of a throbbing vibration. Change gear. There we go. Drop it in. That's quite sure-footed. Okay, we've got the aeroplane in front. To be fair, that's holding a good line. That's a nice line. Overtake. Yeah, we get an easy overtaking. Okay, it's only got 90 brake, who cares? 115 foot-pound of 3.5. That's amazing. That's great fun. Holding a line, yeah, lovely. So here we are, back to the island. Knock it down, couple of throws. 3 gears, into 50. We'll just throw it round. Potato. Back up to 50. Great fun. So, shall we try it at motorway speeds? Just wait till it's clear to enter the island. So we're clear. First, second. We'll drop it into third. Okay. Third gear. So it goes up to 17 third gear. So you ain't got to worry about power, have you? So we're in 6 now. I'm getting, like I say, quite a lot of wind on my helmet, but no buffeting. That's nice. You get that gentle vibration. I really do like the belt drive. I think the belt drive is superb. Okay, cog it down a couple. We're going to go round the island and back up. 4th gear 40. Okay, into second. That's nice, that's okay. We're coming all the way round. We're going to just change lanes. Here we go, up the hill. Yeah, that's great fun. I'm just going to ease it over. There's no good thrashing it up the hill. It's got more than enough power. Absolutely more than enough power. I've just barely squeezed the throttle. We're doing 65. How good is that? I'll throttle it off a bit. Everything's different. It's not what you normally expect. Big V-twin, different switch gear. If you're used to riding Japanese bikes, it'll feel alien. But to be fair, once you get used to it, it's great fun. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, this Lofty Biker video. If you have, click on that like, subscribe, ring that little bell. I'm only too pleased to answer questions. Anyway, I'd like to thank Simon again for lending me this lovely bike. As I say, it's for sale. It's up here at Damrells. If you want it, come and test ride it. I don't think you'll be disappointed if you're looking for an Harley. It is nice. And when it comes to price, it's not one of the silly £35,000 ones. You know, they're only 20, well, just under 20, about 19 and a half, fully spec new. So they're not bad, are they? Anyway, here we are. We're back. So, this is the Lofty Biker saying ta-da for now. Ta-da.